Hey gamers, if you're a fan of Metroidvania games, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm counting down the top 15 Metroidvania games of 2026 that you probably missed. Hidden gems with tight controls, creative power-ups, and maps that actually respect your curiosity. Alright then, without further ado, let's get started. Sylvaris Black Rain is a fast-paced, hand-drawn 2D action platformer with Metroidvania mechanics. The overload system is the core gimmick. You burn your own health like fuel to supercharge your stats and mutate your abilities into far more destructive versions. You then have to fight like an absolute maniac to leech that health back before you die. High risk, high reward, zero room for cowards. Yup. You can customize your playstyle with mix and match perks to change attack speed, weapon range, or skill behaviors. And if you're getting Hollow Knight and Dead Cells vibes from the footage, you're definitely not imagining it. Before we continue to the video, I want to give you a recommendation to buying games in this modern era, and that's it, ENEBA. ENEBA is a digital marketplace made for gamers with over 40,000 products available. You can find PC games, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo titles, gift cards, in-game currency, and a lot more all in one place. What makes it really worth checking out is the pricing. A lot of the deals are cheaper compared to official stores, and there are cashback offers too, which helps you save even more. What I also like is they support a lot of different payment methods, so you've got flexibility depending on what you usually use. They also offer secure payments and 24/7 customer support, which makes the whole experience feel a lot more polished and trustworthy when you're buying games. If you like getting great games at better prices or just want more value for your money, ENEBA is honestly one of the best places to check before buying anything. So if you're a smart guy, then you already know exactly what to do. All you have to do is click my link in the description below, search for your favorite games, and redeem the game code you already paid for. And by using my link, you're not just get awesome deals, but also help me support this channel. Alright then, let's get back to the list. Etherland Saga is a 2D action RPG with Metroidvania charm in a fantasy pixel art world. The story takes place in Etherland, a fantasy world still recovering from a cataclysm that shattered its kingdoms 2,000 years ago. Despite the time passed, the realm is tangled in political intrigue, royal scheming, and trade wars, with powerful magic crystals called Etherlights at the heart of its economy and lore. In this game, you can switch between 3 unique heroes on the fly, upgrade their skills, unite divided clans, tame the power of crystals, and uncover the truth behind a cataclysm the world has spent 2,000 years trying to forget. If you're into Metroidvanias with a heavier RPG or story layer and multi-character switching, Etherland Saga looks like one to wishlist and keep an eye on once the demo drops.
The light, the other to the dark.
Solrend is an upcoming 2D action-adventure game built around exploration, storytelling, and 2 playable siblings. Yup, you will play as 2 siblings with different abilities and combat styles, swapping between them instantly to adapt to puzzles, platforming, and fights. Set in a hand-drawn, dark fantasy world, Solrend centers around 2 siblings on a quest to reclaim what was lost and break a curse controlling the ones they love before darkness consumes the realm. And exploration isn't just about static upgrades. You can stumble across over 20 random skill drops, wildcard skills throughout the map that drastically alter your moveset and run flow. Also, the story branches into multiple endings depending on your decisions and exploration paths. Stickility is an upcoming 2D indie action Metroidvania that pairs classic exploration and acrobatic combat with resource gathering and crafting wrapped in a nostalgic aesthetic. You play as a stickman named Axel investigating biotech, a massive, shady underground research facility suspected of committing illicit experiments. The objective is to venture deep into the center's various sectors, ranging from server halls and greenhouses to toxic sewers and vast subterranean caves, to uncover the truth and shut down the facility. The game features fluid, fast-paced movement and combo-oriented fights. It utilizes a survival-style inventory system that enables quick hot swapping between weapons and toolsets mid-fight to adapt to different enemy types. Next, we have Endbloom is an upcoming 2.5D sci-fi Metroidvania that combines 3D environments with side-scrolling 2D action platforming. You play as Bounty Hunter, a rising hunter chasing her brother's killer to the dangerous planet Farron. The planet is teeming with vicious creatures and layered, multi-level areas to explore, and the narrative ties into uncovering the mysteries of the enigmatic force or entity called Endbloom. And the game combines tight-range firearm mechanics with close-quarters melee combat against hordes of alien creatures. The Last Comfort is an upcoming atmospheric 2D action Metroidvania, where you play as Ted, a fiercely loyal stuffed teddy bear who awakens inside the dark, twisted subconscious of his owner. The boy's mind has manifested as a sprawling dreamscape filled with warped memories, nightmares, and a physical manifestation of his disease. Your goal is to traverse this hostile world, locate the root of the sickness, and save the child before it's too late. And instead of fixed combat styles, players can unlock unique bracelets that grant varied abilities and skills, allowing for distinct playstyle setups. The game features multiple endings based on the choices made and secrets uncovered throughout the child's mind.
Look, you can see marks all the way down.
Next, Fading Light is an upcoming hand-drawn 2D Metroidvania from Istanbul-based indie studio Punica Games. It takes place on a planet with no daylight, where your main source of illumination is Spark, a living fire companion who travels alongside the protagonist, Noteo. The core loop centers around exploring ancient ruins, managing light mechanics/survival elements, combat against fantasy creatures, and uncovering secrets hidden in the shadows. Environmental resources allow you to craft special arrows, like light-producing or puzzle-solving variants to scout areas, trigger distance switches, and fight shadowy threats, so you know what it's gonna be.
Up in the sky, watching out for us.
For the souls up in the sky.
Aeterna Lucis is an action Metroidvania developed by Aeternum Game Studios, serving as the direct sequel to their hit 2021 game Aeterna Noctis. Now the game shifts perspective from the King of Darkness to his eternal counterpart, the Queen of Light. Following the events of the first game, the Queen of Light must take action to stop the destruction of existence itself. Her journey involves challenging the supreme god Chaos while hunting down her old nemesis. The core gameplay retains the fast-paced combat, precision platforming, secret hunting, and massive interconnected map structure that defined Aeterna Noctis. It features hand-drawn 2D art and an expanded moveset tailored to the Queen of Light's light-based abilities and aggressive fluid combat dynamics. Shattered Divinities is a 2D pixel art Metroidvania action-adventure with RPG elements. It was developed by Chinese studio, often translated as Star Soul game. You play as a warrior awakened in a ruined world after a catastrophic divine war. The gods have perished, their abandoned realms are contaminated by divine power, and mutated creatures now roam the land. Your goal is to explore these fallen territories, defeat corrupted bosses, recover divine abilities, and uncover what caused the gods' downfall. The strongest part seems to be the boss encounters. Community impressions describe the bosses as having distinct movesets and serving as the game's major highlights. Unlocking abilities through boss victories also gives exploration and combat a satisfying sense of progression.
Where am I? What is this place?
Infinitevania is an indie 2D action platformer. It heavily pulls structural and mechanical inspiration from Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Hollow Knight while incorporating retro visual styling and meta humor. You play as a blue-haired protagonist nicknamed Boy who gets pulled into a strange dimension called Infinitevania, a central hub at the center of the universe full of portals to different worlds. An elder tells you that no portal has led home in 97 years and the only way out is to destroy the corrupted core of Infinitevania. The core loop revolves around tight controls, pattern-based boss fights, and a core equip system where up to 3 active abilities share your mana bar. A typical run lasts around 6 to 10 hours, with multiple endings and New Game Plus, encouraging replays for completionists aiming for 15 to 20 plus hours.
This time I won't let you get away! I have to.
A Sister's Journey is a 2D action Metroidvania where you play as Violet, searching a mysterious hand-drawn pixel world for her missing sister Rena. The game mixes tight, precision platforming with run and gun combat, multiple weapons, upgrades, and tough boss fights that test your movement and aim. Its world is fully interconnected in classic Metroidvania style, opening up as you gain new abilities and uncover secrets, characters, and story beats. The narrative is emotional but concise, following Violet after Rena vanishes right before their reunion, triggering strange and dangerous events across the land. To balance its hardcore difficulty, the game includes a spiritual guidance mode that adds helpful buffs so you can focus more on story and exploration if you prefer. Divinum is an upcoming 2D action-adventure game from solo developer Sigil Games based in Kazakhstan. It combines stylish hack-and-slash combat with Metroidvania-style exploration in a dark fantasy setting. As you can see, the combat seems inspired by games such as Devil May Cry, though Divinum is presented as a 2D action platformer rather than a direct character action game. Its appeal will likely depend on how responsive the controls feel and how much freedom the combo system gives players. The game also features 2 main weapons and several abilities, which should provide more variety than relying on one basic attack combination throughout the entire adventure.
Virus.
Vapor World Over the Mind is a 2D action-adventure game that blends platforming, Metroidvania-style exploration, and Souls-like combat. The setting is a surreal dream world created from human thoughts, sorrow, guilt, and regret. You play as a mysterious boy known as the Last Awakened One, who must awaken the sleeping ones and recover fragments of his lost memories before he can escape the dream. Its biggest influence is clearly Sekiro, especially the emphasis on deflecting attacks rather than simply blocking or rolling. This makes combat more deliberate than a typical 2D action game. Rather than endlessly attacking, you are encouraged to observe enemy patterns, time your deflections, and turn an opponent's aggression against them.
Find the secret.
Emberbane is a pixel art Metroidvania action platformer where you play as Ophelia, an orphan bound to elemental powers, journeying through the fallen kingdom of Elsinore to confront corrupt elemental gods and restore balance. The core hook is a 4-element system inspired by stuff like Avatar: The Last Airbender that affects both combat and exploration. Each element gives you unique attacks and movement/utility abilities, and you use them to unlock new areas, solve puzzles, and beat bosses in a big interconnected map. Even though the reviews are still mixed right now, this game is hyped as hell by the community. Everyone's waiting on it because of the sick elemental concept, gorgeous pixel art, and that deep immersive world. Hopefully the devs patch up the rough spots, pacing, difficulty spikes, polish, so it can become a true Metroidvania standout. Solateria is a hand-drawn 2D action Metroidvania from Korean. It combines open-ended exploration with Souls-like combat, but its defining feature is a parry system rather than conventional dodging or button mashing. You play as Tot, a small fire warrior who has lost their memories. Solateria, the land of the sun, has been devastated by the Shadow Plague, while its king and the life-giving primordial flame have disappeared. Your journey is to find the king, uncover what happened to the world, and confront the truth behind the plague. The game is about finding a strong weapon and more about learning enemy attack patterns. Normal enemies and bosses are designed around readable timing, so the game's strongest moments apparently come from entering a flow of parry, counterattack, and repositioning. And that's it for today. Those were lists the top 15 Metroidvania games of 2026 that you probably missed. Got a hidden gem I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or discovered a new title to add to your collection, feel free to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll never miss future content. Once again, if you want to buy games with cheap price, the link in the description. Okay, so thank you for watching and see you in the next video.